It's Sunday evening, April 18th, and I'm trying to get my market bearing, see if I can find some trades, set myself up for Monday morning. Hello, traders. Let's take a look at the market, see what we've got in front of us. Really strong rally. You can see I connected the upper trend line and we've broken through. Typically, you start to see some profit taking when this happens. Could we get to 420? We're almost there. All it'll take is one good day. 430? Maybe, but I think if we start to see that, we're going to see profit taking come in. This has been a 3 steps forward, 2 steps backwards process the whole time. I don't think that we're going to be off to the races. We've got coronavirus cases starting to escalate a little bit. Yes, we've got 3 million vaccinations taking place a day. I don't think that's going to be a huge threat, but perhaps the economy's not going to reopen quite as fast as everyone expected. Valuation's a little bit stretched. Of course, another quarter of profits will help to normalize valuations. I am not bearish, so get that straight right out of the gate. I feel that this is a prudent place to start unwinding your positions. Gradually scale out of your long positions and take profits. When the selling pressure does come, it tends to come very, very quickly. And we can see what happened last September. We had a market buying climax right in here. Wham! 100-point drop followed by a couple of days where we had another 100-point S&P drop. 200 points like that in a matter of 3 days. So as good as everything feels right now, just know that when that profit taking comes, it comes very, very quickly. You're a long-term investor, no worries. You have a 3 or 4 month swing horizon, no worries. But if you're like me and you're trading inside of a 3 week window for your swing trades or your day trading, yes, obviously a market pullback would be very important. So right now, keep your powder dry, start taking some chips off the table, take your profits. We're starting to see some tiny little bodied candles in here. Look at the volume. It's been very, very light. Except for the last couple of days, we did have a little bit of a volume spike on Friday. But other than that, market is strong, floating higher on light volume. We're going to take a look at the VXX. That is something that we want to keep an eye on. If VXX starts to pop, meaning the market runs higher and implied volatility starts to run higher, that's a warning sign that profit taking could happen soon. Here you can see I've got a couple of alert lines set. I suggest that you do the same thing. Pick a couple of levels in VXX or VIX. Put your alerts so that you know as soon as VXX starts to pop, if the market's going higher, you should be more progressive with taking profits on your long positions. The market is overbought. It can stay that way for a very long period of time. Yes, we're riding the upper Bollinger Band. We're breaking through the upper trend line. All of those things need to be taken into consideration, but it doesn't mean that you go out and start buying puts. That is a fantastic way to lose a lot of money. We are in a bull market. So let's take a look and see what we've got as far as trading opportunities. I'm going to put up my custom search engine. I wanted to see option liquidity 0 or better. So these stocks have very liquid options. Heavy volume Friday, heavy volume Thursday. In a light volume market, I want to see which stocks are trading with a lot of volume. I'm also looking for stocks that have relative strength versus the SPY on a 4-hour basis and a D1 basis. I've also got the Heikin Ashi 2 marked, which means that we're going to see stocks that have nice upward momentum. So first of all, let's take a look at what we've got, and I'll put up the first candidate, AEM, which is a gold stock. You can see cup and handle formation right here. Nice breakout right in here. Yes, I think gold is going to continue to move higher. That's a nice support level. I'm not a huge fan of trading gold or gold stocks, so I'm going to look for other opportunities. But if you follow gold, this is a nice looking pattern right here. This is something I think you can certainly get behind. Let's click on that HA plot, and there you can see two flat bottom green candles. that is a sign of upward momentum. So AEM certainly looks like a good candidate. And just to go back to custom search, that was what I had marked here on a daily basis, HA2. And so let's see what else we've got on the list. I'm going to take this off for a second. We'll go back to a normal candlestick pattern. We want to overlay our major moving averages so we know where they come into play. And you can see that AEM does have a little bit of a cap here at about the $66 level. It's got to get through that 100-day moving average. If it's able to get through that, I think it is much more interesting. Next on the list, Dell Computer. Look at that breakout. That is a gorgeous breakout, really nice strength. You've got a bullish flag pattern right here, breakout there, new high, and then an explosion higher on massive volume. Dell goes higher. I really like Dell. You can buy some options. I think the 100, 105 call debit spread was trading around $2. If you can buy that for $1.50 on a little bit of a pullback, I think that's a nice do. That would be for the May 21 expiration date. That's the trade I'm going to highlight because I like it. I love this breakout to a new high on that massive volume. And I hear a lot of people say, oh my God, Dell's breaking out to a new high and you're telling me to buy it now? Seriously? Yeah, that's what you have to do when you've got these big volume breakouts. It tells me that the stock is going to go higher. You could have looked at Dell back in here and gone, oh, there's a breakout. What, I'm supposed to buy Dell now that it's breaking out to a new high? Yeah. So don't be afraid of buying breakouts. If you have the volume, if you have the relative strength, let's put up that 1 OSI indicator, orange line above zero, you'll be able to see, yes, this stock has great relative strength on big volume. Big volume Thursday, big volume Friday. I like Dell. Next on the list, GOLD, same pattern as AEM, cup and handle, breakout. It is above the 100-day moving average. So if I were going to trade one of the two, I would pick GOLD as long as it can hold that 100-day moving average. Next on the list, GS. Very nice. Earnings right here. Good earnings reaction. Nice compression right in here. Just about getting relative strength here. You can see how just starting to poke above zero. So yes, I like Goldman Sachs. This is a bullish flag formation also. You can see how it found support at the 50-day moving average. Really nice volume. Could you sell an out-of-the-money bullish put spread on GS keying off of that 50-day moving average? If you come down to the 320 level, you're probably not going to get much premium. Financial stocks tend not to have a lot of option applied volatility, but the 50-day moving average comes in at 326.46. If you can sell the 325 strike price and buy the 322.50, do that for a 50-cent credit, I think that would make sense also. I like the stock. I think it's going to continue to move higher. Lilly formed a nice base right here. 100-day moving average is support, trying to break through this horizontal resistance. It's been able to do that. 50-day just above. Not too crazy about it given that it's got this gap that it needs to fill. That's going to be resistance, and the 50-day is going to be resistance as well. If the stock can get through 195 and close above it, then I think it becomes more interesting to me. PPL, really choppy, back and forth, not interested. Wells Fargo, this is a nice breakout also. Another bank stock, earnings before the open, long hammer right here, and a nice follow through bar on Friday. I think Wells Fargo continues to go higher. Relatively strong, excellent volume. Look at that volume coming in. This is a good breakout. I like Wells Fargo. These options tend to be pretty cheap because, again, it's a financial stock. They don't move very quickly. They just tend to grind higher, but I like it. I think you can buy an in the money call. You don't have to worry about earnings season. As long as the market is holding its own or it looks like it's going to go higher, I think you can buy calls on these stocks. If the market falls apart and you see that profit taking come in, or you see the VIX starting to rise, then you want to exit these positions. But they have relative strength and heavy volume. So if the market does start to sell off a little bit, you're going to see these stocks hold their own better than other stocks. That gives you time to evaluate. Gee, is that little market dip anything I need to be concerned about? Oh, there's some follow through selling. Look, we just made a new low for the day. We took out the prior day low. Then you'd want to start looking at those stocks and saying, okay, they're still holding their own, but I think I'm going to head to the sidelines and wait for a better entry point. If we get a market dip, I think Wells Fargo and Dell are going to be two excellent stocks to buy. That's all I've got for you today. Have a great night. We'll see you in the morning.
Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.